Super Sonic, easily one of the most powerful beings in the whole world. Infused with the power of 7 Chaos Emeralds, nothing or no one stands a chance at defeating Sonic when he's in his super state. And if you're like me, you can't wait to play as Super Sonic inside a Sonic Speed Simulator. That's why today I'm gonna show you how you can become Kmart Super Sonic. But first, just smash that like button. For nearly 100 years, we have been making Kmart characters inside of Roblox. The best way to be your favorite Sonic characters in any game you want. And today we're building Super Sonic from scratch. And we're gonna start with our Super Sonic shirt. You can download the template straight from Roblox and you can color right over it with any editing software of your choice. Today, we're using Photoshop. Just remember to use layers, that way you don't have to delete everything and start over if you mess up. Now, since we're using the template, it's really easy to tell exactly where the arms are, where the body's at, and also too, that dotted line across there is where we can tell exactly where the hands begin. And I need that line because this is where I can tell exactly where I'm gonna draw the cuffs, which are at the top of the arm here on the gloves. And I'm gonna try to make them look as three-dimensional as possible, like 2 rolled cuffs is pretty much what it looks like. And it almost looks exactly the same for the socks. So I'm probably going to use the exact same thing I'm working with here. And what I'm trying to do is I'm kind of trying to shade the bottom as if it's shadowed. No pun intended. And then I'm going to go back up here to the top and I'm going to fix this. Oh, I didn't want to delete. I wanted to use the color white here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have it as kind of hard. So not hard, soft around the edges. That way it doesn't really show hard lines. That's why it kind of looks a little like I'm airbrushing it almost. And then I'm just gonna take that and I'm gonna double it. So I'm gonna copy and I'm gonna paste the work that I just did right here. And just like that, now I've got 2 rolled cuffs. It looks like it's like 3-dimensional, doesn't it? Now I'm gonna delete where the hands are gonna be. Otherwise, the hands are gonna show up as these colors here on the template. So if I delete it just like this, now it's gonna use whatever our default skin color is. And that way we can choose that inside of Roblox ourselves. All right, now we're gonna draw out the belly here. You might notice that I have the pant template behind us. I'm just making sure that everything lines up because we're gonna use pretty much identical stuff for the pants. So now we're gonna draw out the belly here. We just gotta pick ourselves a good color like this one here. That's actually pretty good. And then we are going to make a little line around it. And oh, I just noticed that I drew right on there. So I wanted to draw everything on its own layer. Draw everything on its own layer. That way you can make sure that if you want to change anything or add any effects to that particular layer, that it can happen. If it's all on one thing, it's a flat image. You can't, if you do one thing, it does it to everything. So right here, I just added a line or a stroke as they call it to the tummy just to add it, make it a little bit more defined. And I don't know what happened to my second cuff here, but that's not a big deal at all. I can easily just copy this piece right here, duplicate it, and then I have the exact same thing, and I'll just stack them on top of each other to create the double cuffs, just like we have on, well, either the double cuffs if they're on the arms, or they're gonna be the socks if they're on the legs. So I'm just gonna duplicate this layer, drop it down, and just like that, a couple adjustments, and there we go. We've got our cuffs back. I don't know what I did with the other one. I must have accidentally deleted it. Okay, so now we have our pants and our shirt. So this is our shirt. I'm gonna go ahead and export this. All right, now we're gonna make some Super Sonic shoes. And it's actually really, really easy to do. And I'm gonna show you how right now. So I'm just gonna steal this red color right here because I like it. It's a nice, perfect red for our Super Sonic shoes. Now I'm just gonna draw in the soles and I'm gonna make them sort of a dark gray. Oh, I didn't switch my color out over here. All right, here we go. Now we've got our dark gray. So this is gonna be, I'm sorry, the bottom of the shoes, the soles, I believe that's what they're called, right? So we're gonna fill those in. Oh, and I think my red line there is a little thicker. So let me just make the shoe part a little transparent real quick so that way I can see the template underneath. And there you go. Now you can see those lines right there. So those 2 D boxes right there, that's the bottom of that's what's facing underneath. You can see right there in the little man graph up there. So we're gonna fill this in all the way over here. And then I think we're actually might even do a little line here at the bottom of the shoes. That way the little gray peeks up above the shoe so you can see it on the side when you're not running. You can see it right on the side. And let's make it slightly lighter gray. Let's not make it quite as dark because it's not shadowed. And this way, it kind of gives it like a three-dimensional look here. All right, now what we're going to do after we've done this here is we are going to draw in the lines on the sneakers themselves. So they kind of just go over the top of the shoes, and we're going to have to make a smaller line here, and I'm going to make it, I got to change the color as well. I think 6 should be good. That's a good size, a good thickness. If you make it too thick, then it's just going to all bleed in together when you load it up onto your character. So you want to have it detailed, but not too detailed, because then you're not going to see it. And so the way it's going to work is the way the shoe lines up is this is going to be the right side of the shoe here. And so I'm going to just make a box right here so I can just draw right over it. And that way, if I do this, sorry, there it goes. If I do that, then it'll only draw on my selection. It won't draw all over the place here. So let's try to draw this line. Oh, not quite enough. That's a little too flat. No, oops. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's good. I like that one. And then I'm going to try to draw it the exact same way on this side. And that's close enough. Now we're going to go over the front of this shoe right here. And I want to try to do this because the green part and the orange part there, that's also the side of the shoes. So that's why I'm drawing like an arch right here. And let's see if we can do this. And the middle there is going to be connected to the other two sides that we just drew originally. All right, so let me change the transparency back to 100%. And then what we're going to do is we got to get this layer here and tuck it behind the socks. That way it's a nice smooth line. And this layer is on top. So I had to have it on top so I could see what I was drawing. And now we have our pants. After we have exported those into PNGs, now we need to upload them into Roblox so we can actually wear them. So first thing you do is you go to create, you go to shirts right here. Now let's find the shirt we just made. And I believe it's called Super Shirt right here. Now let's upload this one for 10 Robux, which is actually pretty cheap. Okay, so now that we've got that one done, let's do our pants. And our pants, find the correct pair of pants here, Super Pants. We'll upload these ones for another 10 Robux, and now we've got our full ensemble uploaded to Roblox. All right, time to switch into Super Sonic, so I'm gonna undo my ugly Christmas sweater, my pants here. I can keep my walk, but I don't need these Christmas lights, or my hat, or my scarf, my cheeks, hair, sunglasses, and I think that's everything. Is that everything? Oh, nope, there's one more thing. My sensor bar, of course. Okay, now it's time to finish our gloves, and the way we do that is we gotta adjust our skin tone. So we go over to head and body, we go to skin tone right here, and now we're gonna go to advanced. We're gonna select our left arm, we're gonna turn it into white. Now let's repeat the process for the right arm. Turn it into white, and we are done. All right, now it's time for us to get our hair. So I want you to go to the avatar shop and search for blonde peppy rider hair. It should be the first result right here, and it's gonna cost us 1,000 million Robux. Well, oh, no, I read that wrong. It's only 100 Robux. That's much better. Now that it's bought and paid for, let's go ahead and equip it. And already we are starting to look super epic. Whoa, we are so close to completing our Kmart Super Sonic. And if we're gonna do Kmart Super Sonic, we're gonna need some bright red eyes, son. Now it's not 100% necessary, but since we've got it, we're gonna use our Sonic mask. It wasn't cheap, it was 200 Robux. Click, and there we go. Oh, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. I think we're gonna need to change the color of the head here. Let's get our head, let's turn it yellow. Now we could stop here, but I'm gonna go a step further and type in yellow aura inside of the avatar shop. This is just gonna give us that little bit of a standing effect because, you know, we are super after all. Ooh, look at this, supercharged aura. That one looks really good. Ooh, that one looks pretty good too, but I think I'm gonna go with the yellow lightning. This just looks so fast. And we are playing inside a Sonic Speed Simulator after all. All right, now that we've got our character, let's go play in the game and let's see what everyone else has to say. I'm super excited because this is one of my favorite characters. Let's go. All right, guys, I am in the game. I am now playing as Super Sonic early. We don't know exactly when Super Sonic is coming to the game. It's one of the biggest mysteries besides, of course, Shadow. But hopefully we will be getting them soon. But until then, you can always play as your Kmart characters that we design here on Dexter Plays.